Hello, this is Dr. Bob of Proactive Wellness and Injury Center, and in this video, as always, I'm attempting to supply you with information that will help you to achieve the best performance of your life. And in this particular video, I want to speak specifically to individuals that are using what are called proton pump inhibitors and or the H2 acid blockers. Now, we're talking about products such as Nexium, Prilosec, Zantac, Prevacid, uh, Pepsid AC, Pepsid, whatever they may be. When we get back to the proton pump inhibitors, those in particular are the Nexium and the Prilosec. Research is showing that a continued use of those will increase your chances of dying before your time. As a matter of fact, the research that is available through Dr. Ziad Al-Ali, MD, Director of Clinical Epidemiology at the VA in St. Louis Healthcare System, he shared that the continued use, and by continued use, is an individual that's using these proton pump inhibitors for at least a period of a year, their potential of dying is increased by 25% over the individuals that are using the H2 acid blockers. But those people aren't out of the woods. We'll talk about them in just a moment. So these people now that are using the proton pump inhibitors, they're increasing their potential of dying much, much sooner than they typically would just by the use of these drugs, by 25%. And you need to understand that these drugs are only intended to be used for about a 2 to 3 week period at the most. So if you're having continual problems and you're continuing to use these drugs in order to eliminate or abate your problems, my humble suggestion to you is to see a doctor of chiropractic first and foremost to get your nerve system cleared so that the pathway between the brain and the organs that are dependent upon the direction that the brain gives is clear, and then have a discussion with your doctor regarding your diet in things that you may be ingesting or not ingesting, your activities of daily living, your lifestyle, because for that kind of an effect, there is a definite cause indeed, and it's something that in many cases can be easily resolved and eradicated, especially when it means not using these types of drugs that are literally increasing your potential of dying. Now we move on to the H2 blockers, and the most famous of which is Zantac. And what it does, it's an acid blocker as well, only it has a different mechanism than the Prilosec and the Zantac, or the Prilosec and the Nexium would. The Zantac, the research is now showing that it has known carcinogens in it. Absolutely, I'm telling you the truth. Known carcinogens, and it's being pulled off the shelves even as we speak because this research is relatively new. However, it's occurring in Canada and in Europe and many countries throughout Europe, as a matter of fact. However, the FDA, the good old USA agency, is kind of slow. It's dragging its feet, and it's hemming and hawing about that, despite the research and the evidence that's been submitted. So again, my recommendation to you is that if you find yourself in either of these camps, that is using the proton pump inhibitor and or the H2 blocker, you need to find another way of addressing the problem that you're having, and or you need to find a doctor who can help you to eliminate the cause of these problems, because it's not normal, it's not natural, and you shouldn't accept it and deal with it by using these chemical suppressors, because the one is increasing your potential of dying by 25%, the other one is giving you another disease called cancer, and goodness gracious, there are better ways. So look, if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate in emailing us. You can do so at the email address office@pro-activewellness.com. Again, that's office@pro-activewellness.com. And please, we invite you to go ahead and sign up for our YouTube channel. We thank you. I thank you for allowing me to share this information with you. And until the next video, and as always, God bless.